I'm going to press slash on the numpad to get out of the isolation mode. And let's select this sphere here. So the way hair works in Blender, it's a particle system. So we're gonna switch to the particles. So while we have the sphere selected, I'm gonna press New, and type, I'm gonna switch to hair. And you can see we already have some hair. So first of all, the most obvious thing is that we need the hair a little bit shorter. Let's make it 1. That looks fine. Maybe too long, but we're gonna edit its length later on. So I think it's fine as a base. No, let's make it 0.5. Yeah. No, 1. It'll be 1. The second most obvious thing is, of course, the fact that there's not a lot of them. We could change the number of them in here in the emission settings, but there is a better, more optimized way for that, which is children. And we're gonna switch to interpolation, and yes, we have a lot of hair. A lot of hair now, which is what we want. So I would like to test it in the render before we move on. Yeah, and as you can see in render, there's much more of them than it is in here in the preview, and that is due to the fact that in children settings we have 10 children when it's displayed, but 100 when it's rendered, and this is still display even though it's rendered. So we're gonna have to probably decrease the amount a little bit, because I think that could be a bit too much, at least for now. And it slows down the rendering. So I'm gonna press escape and stop the render. I think the screencast is off. Yes. So let's make it 30. I think I can make it the same in the display, and yeah, that's better. And then the render settings, I have it set to preview, but it's still taking a long time. Let's see how it renders. Yeah, okay. Let's fine tune this hair too straight right now, right? So let's play a little bit with that. In the children's settings, you can see there are additional settings here, like curl, radial, wave, rate, spiral, and there is also roughness, uniform roughness. We could increase that by a little bit. You can see that's like creating waves across the hair. I'm gonna decrease the size because I don't want it to be maybe like that, and uniformity I'll decrease by a little bit, so we're getting a little bit more natural look. And I think let's edit the length. Let's allow our eyes to appear. We could actually try doing that by combing the hair, but before we get to that, we need to remove the hair that is growing in the areas where we have eyeballs. So the way length is controlled here is via vertex groups. You see there's like there are different vertex groups for density, length, clump, kink, roughness, and so on. So if we switch to edit mode of that geometry, and first I think I want to increase the amount of vertices we have here, because that way we're gonna have more control. We can just do it here by adding subdivision modifier, moving it higher than particle system, and applying that. Oh wait, we need to be outside the edit mode. Apply. Yeah, now we have more vertices, and that's going to be helpful when we're going to be drawing the vertex groups. So let's create a new vertex group, and I'm going to call it length, and I'm just press assign. So just to make sure that this work group works, this vertex group works, remove selection and pressing select, yes, and then selecting that. So let's go to weight painting. Wait, why does it look like that? What? That looks like a crazy scientist. Why? What? Okay, it was some glitch apparently, because I just selected that particle system again and it works fine. So now we're in weight painting mode, which allows us to draw on that vertex group. But before we proceed, so we just have a better feedback from what we're doing. In length, I'm going to choose length. And we have it set to draw, and I'm going to set strength to 0. So we're going to draw with the 0 strength, which means that wherever I draw, I should get 0. Not getting it. Oh, sorry. Strength needs to be 1. Weight needs to be 0. So now, yes, this is what I wanted. Let's turn the particle system back on, and now I can shave. I think we could use the same one in density. Yes. Or we could create a separate one. And for now, that looks fine. If drawing this vertex, this weights with the fur on, slowing down your machine, you can just turn off and draw like that. I think it's pretty obvious what it's doing anyway. I've pressed F to be able to increase the size of the brush, and I can just blur it out a little bit here. And let's come back to draw. Make sure that we have no hair where the eye sockets are, even though we're blurred. Like that. To give it a bit more uniform look, I'm gonna switch to subtract brush and give it a little bit of weight, increase the brush, and I'm just gonna randomly create some differences in color here and there. So, go to isolation mode. That way we're gonna get a little bit more natural look, because length of the hash would never be fully uniform. Maybe I should have done more. That's why I wanted the length to be at 1.0, so that I have a lot to work with. It would be harder to add like that. Oops, that's a bit too much. And you know what, I'm gonna remove length from the density, and I'm gonna create a new one where new vertex group where for density only. And this one in this one I'm only gonna put the 0 weights at where the eye sockets are supposed to be. Well, are. Like that. What? Wait. No, that's right. Oh, it's in subtraction. It's supposed to be on draw. Wait, 0 strength 1. It's not changing yet because I didn't add that vertex group to the corresponding field in the particle system generation. So now when we go here, I'm gonna choose density here, and that is better, much better.